least for the first time, someone is bold enough to call for the impeachment of Buhari. We all know that this Senate is a rubber stamp Senate. The judiciary has been bought already. They are in the pocket of the presidency. So it's all about the presidency. The security agencies are simply dogs that are used whenever the politicians need them. A man called Inaya Abaribe is a minority leader, Senate minority leader. Even if, according to probably, let's say, numbers, if they are going to vote to impeach the president, even if it's not going to work at the end of the day, but at least someone is out there calling a spade, calling on the masses, calling on the senators, calling on these rubber stamp legislators and senators to actually wake up and say the right thing and actually do the right thing. After all, the legislator is supposed to be a arm that will do a check and balance when the presidency, the executive arm, is actually going out of order. The Senate minority leader, Inaya Baribe, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to resign as president over rising insecurity in the country. He made a call on Wednesday when the Senate discussed a motion on national security challenges and the need to restructure Nigeria's security system. If you look at the list of people that are manning the security outfit in Nigeria right now, they are from the northern part of Nigeria. They are either Hausa Fulanis. Those are the people manning that post, that position. And ever since Buhari has stepped in, not because security has been very good in Nigeria anyway, but ever since Buhari stepped in, it has become tough. I mean, Boko Haram kills more and they are more brazen. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say Boko Haram is now started just because of Buhari or started during Buhari. But terrorism is a global issue. But Buhari has been quoted several times saying certain words. And when you look at those words that Buhari said, that the attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North, those are the quotations, those are the words that people claim that Buhari said. And when you listen to such, you will realize that it's very difficult, very, very, very difficult for this administration, for Buhari to fight against this terrorist act that we have in Nigeria. I think he must kind of associates his own Islamic beliefs and that of Boko Haram. I wouldn't know. Has the Boko Haram, they are forcefully trying to make sure that everyone in that contraption called Nigeria is Islamized. They go with the religion that they are, they believe in. And I wouldn't want to accept this, as we have Muslims in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them, like the Murik, M-U-R-I-C, that's a group. They are having issues with the rest of the Yorubas. In fact, part of the issues we can see being reflected in Amotekun. Amotekun is a security outfit in the southwestern part of Nigeria that has been created to handle, to kind of find a way, find a solution on this issue of insecurity that we're having in Nigeria from bandits, herdsmen bandits, and other forms of criminal activities that have befallen the southern part of Nigeria. Although the southeastern part of Nigeria, we are not too sure what they are up to right now, but IPOB decided to come up again with a group called BIS. This is a group that they also feel will combat the menace of terrorism, menace of Boko Haram, and menace of all these issues of criminal activities that this present administration is unable. It's so overwhelming. And like I say, it is not Buhari that brought in all of this. These issues have existed. It's just that right now we are in a kind of government that the government is not really doing much about this. Like I said, it could be as a result of Buhari's Islamic beliefs. So he feels that the people from the north that are terrorists only want to make sure that every other person believes in their own religion, which is wrong. Nigeria is a country that is supposed to be free, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and that is what it's supposed to be. If you go to the northern part of Nigeria, Sharia is what is being practiced in a country where we are supposed to have a national constitution, national rule, national law. But some groups of people have a Sharia law, and the CGN of Nigeria that Buhari went to pick, Tanko, that he went to Chief Justice, that he went to bring from the north, is a man that only studies Sharia law, and the man is trying to push for Sharia, claiming that the rest of the nations where Muslims live. They cannot live properly unless there is a Sharia law that is applicable to them there. And why can't they move to the north and let the country divide finally? So the people that love Sharia, either you are a Yoruba, you are from the southeastern, some Igbos are Muslims. If you think that you want to live in a country where some rules and regulations like cutting off the hands and some things, now that's not to say that there aren't punitive measures, beheading for crimes such as killing, murder, and the rest of those things. Yes, those things exist, but not the Isba police that they have in the north and some other groups that they have in the northern part of Nigeria. They have their courts where they determine whose hand is to be chopped off and all of that. So when you look at all of these issues, you realize that religion is kind of tied to all these issues that we're having in Nigeria. That is why it is better for people that have different mindset, different ideas, different religion to stay together, because we cannot coexist any longer. So it's better we have different regions, different countries. Of course, Nigeria was never a country. Before the amalgamation, and it became what it is. So it's still not possible for people to run the show together. So Mr. Abaribe, who was the first to contribute to the motion, faulted the president for failing to tackle the security challenges in the country. The senator wondered why the president will claim to be surprised at the rising insecurity in the country. He also called out the presidential media aide for referring to the Christian Association of Nigeria as a political party for condemning killings by Boko Haram. And you'll be shocked at the person. Many of these groups of people that have become aid to Buhari, many of them act as if they are not humans at all. They act like the additional man. He said Nigerians should be thankful to Buhari that we do not have the bomb explosions by Boko Haram, but rather it is beheading. What difference does it make? Is it trying to say that if there is a bomb blast, a lot of people will be killed? But recently, something like that happened. So what is this? What are we? What kind of nation is this? Why can't we break apart? Then we can be able to deal with certain saboteurs and some people that need psychiatric treatment and some people that need to be locked up forever. When you hear words like this, you wonder if these people are humans at all. A man was beheaded and someone will come up to speak nonsense. That's because they lack integrity. In a sinner climb, if you are you belong to an administration that is acting so coward, so wicked, and they are caring less about you, all you have to do is just to tell them, look, enough is enough. I am not going to be part of this any longer for my own conscience sake and because of my own integrity. But fortunately, it's all about their own personal interest. So, it's a terrible to say, if you want to treat an issue, you go to the head. We did not appoint the IG or the security chiefs. We'll go to the president and ask him to resign. That is exactly what the lawmaker Abaribe is quoted saying. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan interrupted the lawmaker and asked him to focus on how to tackle the insecurity. What does that mean? That simply puts that we are in a dispensation, in a regime that is going to be a little bit tougher than what it is. How can Ahmed Lawan say so? Well, he will definitely say so because he was put there somehow. Nigerians voted APC because they promised to tackle insecurity, but they have failed. Mr. Abaribe, a member of the opposition party, PDP, continued. That is what he said. Again, Mr. Lawan cautioned him against being partisan. Nasarawa Senator Abdullahi Adamu also stood up to condemn Abaribe's comments and demanded that he withdraw them. Now, what does that mean? It simply puts, it is all about party, it is all about region, it's all about religion, and none of these things can coexist in Nigeria. So the country is expired already. The name itself is a disgrace. It's a shame. So why can't we just preach about breaking apart? Because things are not working. There's not going to be any form of restructuring. Restructuring is not going to work. So why waste time? Why waste time? That's what I am seeing in all of this. The lawmakers have set aside Wednesday to discuss the security challenges in the country that have seen attacks by Boko Haram, ISWAP, kidnappers, and so-called bandits increase, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, and they've moved down to the south. On Tuesday, Mr. Buhari said he was surprised at the growing insecurity and said his government will be harder on bandits. What a shame. What a shame. He is surprised. He is surprised. That is what Buhari is saying. Well, I believe that Senator Abaribe is very correct. Buhari must resign, or he should make sure that the kind of people he puts there to man this security, they are proactive, not the kind of people that we have there right now. And why would you put the Northerners out there? That's not to say maybe some people from the South will not be part of the show. They might not even want to work it out, because there was a time we heard that someone from the South was part of the game that Boko Haram played. That is the kidnap and ransom. You know, they make a lot of money from this, and to them, it's not their own business. So it's a very terrible situation that we're having here. You know, Fulani killers that somehow looks as if they are being backed up by this president. You know, at the end of the day, what we hear is that well, they are criminals, just like the Niger Delta militants that kidnap people for ransom, and they claim that they kill, they do a lot of things, and they claim that they have some form of, they also have their own reasons for what they are doing. They want their land, they want the oil, they want this, they want development in their place, in their land, and a lot of issues here and there. And they say it's not different from Boko Haram, but wow, I don't understand how Boko Haram can kill their own people. Well, they said, oh, the Niger Delta militants also kidnap people, and it spread to the eastern part of Nigeria. I mean, they say among the Igbos, they kidnap even their own brothers. So what's the difference? And sometimes some people die amongst them. They kill themselves too. So they don't care about their own people too. But is that what we are going to sit down on? I don't care about religion. Life is very important, and we should watch ourselves. So that's what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, let us grow together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.